Alright, I think we're online. I think. Yeah, there we go. For some reason, I have no access to the chat. Uh, can I do anything about this? Where's my chat gone? There we go. I do have chat. Fantastic. Okay. So I think last time I was here, um, where were we at? Oh, I just finished the very first dungeon, and now we need to go and turn our quest into Badaron, if I can find him. I've forgotten where he is already. All my windows are a bit wonky at the moment because I've done a little bit of grinding since last time I played. Not an awful lot, but because I just want to go and progress with the story, I decided to unlock all of the Aetherites all in one go. So I've been all over the map, the entire map. Uh, which I'll be honest, going to what's it even called? I've not got the ones in the PvP areas. Going to Mordona, hanging out in Revenant's Toll. At level 27 was definitely something of an adventure. Now, if I remember, I can get to Balaron this way. Oh, let me turn my sound on. Again, I was out grinding. The noise was annoying me. Okay, let's proceed. That's more like it. Alright. Where is he? Here he is. That's more like it. Oh, if you've not viewed before, I'm going to be doing the voices. I will be doing the voices. Badly, but I will be doing them. Oh, is that my boy, Horny Boulder? Oh, I can't remember. I think last time I had this guy sounding like Michael Caine. Aye, such a task was on the books. Was, mind. I'm afraid that ship has already sailed, friend. Oh no, it's not. Ah, might you be the adventurer who accepted the job of investigating Sostasha? Yeah, that was me, homie. It would seem that ship has not only sailed, but now returns to harbour, none the worse for its voyage. A pity. We dragged our boots too long on this one. Yeah, I guess you did. No matter. The wheel will turn and our chance will come. You are right, of course. There shall be no rest till we have attained our goal, lofty though it may be. What is your goal? Not wink of sleep, great leader. Oh god. That voice. Our aim, lest you wonder, is to perform such feats of heroism that as will earn us a place in the songs of every house in our Eorzea. We mean to write a legend which will inspire adventurers as yet unborn to follow our shining example. Do you have such a goal? Large or small, it matters not. Only have a star to reach for, and you will reach higher. Is that so? Purpose can sustain you through times of hardship. Keep your eye on the prize, and all obstacles will be overcome in time. You would not think to stride into battle unclad, would you? Well, goals are as arms and armor for the spirit. I wish you fortune in your endeavors, sir. Didn't realize my voice could go that deep. Bye. Back then, are you? With all your limbs in the tower to tell, I'll wager. Yeah, that's right, man. You should hear what happened. Pushbacks? And now I was thinking you'd only have to crack a pirate skull or three. 7 L's. You turn your back for 5 bloody minutes and the scaly bastard set up shop on your bleeding doorstep. Still, sounds like you left them in pieces, so I don't suppose they'll be carrying out whatever mischief they was planning. Unless they was planning on feeding themselves to the fauna of Sostasha, of course. Any road, All's well that ends well. Yeah, you got it, fam. Thanks for shedding some light on this mystery. I knew you'd get the job done. Lad. You always do. I've lost my Michael Caine voice. Now, I'll bet you're dying for rest, but just in case you're not, I was wondering if you might be interested in taking on another job. Just so happens that I've had a request from our sister guild in Gridania, see? Seems the forest folk are in need of an adventurer what can get things done. For them to ask for help like this, you can bet the task won't be no skip through a sunny glade, but after the way you dealt with our fishbat infestation, I doubt it's anything you can't handle. Yeah, damn right. Just a shout when you're ready and I'll lay it out for you. Alright. Give me my quest. Oh, and I got paid. That's all I want. Pay me. Well, look like the girl dragged in. From all I hear, you've been making a fine name for yourself. And to think when you first wanted into the wench, you could barely find your way to the privy. Yeah, and here I am. Ready to hear about that job then? Like I said, the request comes from our sister guild in Gridania, and that's all I know. But whatever it is you get asked to do, I somehow doubt it'll pose any trouble for adventurers survive the bedlam in Sestasha. If you think you might be interested, you'll want to have words with Mother Mioun, my counterpart in Gridania. Good luck, mate. Alright. Because I don't want to be doing all this travelling around on stream, I've already gone and unlocked all the aetheryte. Outside of the expansions, of course. I can't go and do those right now. Oh, sorry, I'm cracking my knuckles, and I doubt that's very, very nice sound down the microphone. Now I know this place a lot better. This here is my true home. On my main, anyway. This was where I started. I don't know my way around Limsa very much. Whenever I go there, it's way too busy, and it's just full of people chatting rubbish all the time. It's the Goldshire of Final Fantasy XIV, I swear. Take a seat wherever you like, friend. Our waitress will come to take your... Oh, not here to dine? Dare I hope that you're the adventurer Badaron sent word about. You are? The matron be praised. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Mioun, and the Carline Canopy is my place. With regard to the task in question, there is a fair bit to tell. Let me know when you're ready to hear the details, and I shall brief you. Oh, up-voicing is odd for me. Alright, let's go. Did I just get paid again? I've accidentally turned down the sensitivity of my mouse. That's better. Ready for that briefing? Good. Now then, here's the long and short of it. Beg pardons for interrupting Mioun, but our need grows ever more pressing. Have none stepped forward? Yeah, I'm right here. And good day to you too, Bowlord. Shit, I've just changed the voice. Your need must be pressing indeed for you to honour us with a visit. The good news is your journey hasn't been wasted. I'm pleased to report that we have a volunteer at last, and one who comes highly recommended at that. Yo, Bowlord. Why, thanks for answering the call, friend. My name's Lewin, and I lead the men and women of the God's Quiver. Now, time is of the essence, so I shall proceed directly to the heart of the matter. We wish for you to nip a potential threat to Gridania in the bud. Beneath the central shroud there lies an underground burial site called the Tamtara Deepcroft. The place was once a Gelmoran settlement, but we Gridanians have long interred our dead there. Of late, however, shadowy figures have been skulking about the Deepcroft, and with ever-increasing regularity. Based on the accounts of various witnesses, we suspect that these individuals belong to the Lambs of Dalamud, a doomsday cult which sprung up prior to the calamity. Oh god. These zealots have proven themselves dangerous in the past, and we leave them to their own devices at our peril. Is that so? Ordinarily, I would have dispatched my best men to scour the Deepcroft with orders to flush the cultists out. Alas, The calamity decimated our ranks, and the limited forces at my disposal are constantly required to keep the Ixal at bay. The birdmen have grown restless of late, and I fear a storm may be brewing. In anticipation of this, I have been compelled to spread our forces throughout the Twelswood, lest we be taken unawares. The situation so being, we must turn to others to deal with the lambs of Dalamud. Can we rely on you to undertake this task, friend? Yes, you can. Point me the way and give me some money. You have my gratitude. Once you've seen to your preparations, pray make your way to the Deep Croft and identify yourself to the guard posted at the entrance. He will apprise you of the latest developments. That is all. Be careful out there, you hear? May the crystal guide you and keep you. Bye. I hope I get paid for this. I'm an adventurer to make bank. There. Well, my avatar's blocking it, but I've got. I had to find a friend to transfer money from my main account to, because I don't want to mess around having to grind on stream. Tomestones or gil to get me geared. So I thought I'd cheat a bit and give myself plenty of money. This is purely a story run after all. Unfortunately, I haven't well, I'm not at the right level to get my mount yet. Oh no, I am. It's level 20 to get the mount and level 30 to use it in combat. But I have to complete, I think it's the first 3 dungeons, and then you get to join one of the grand companies, and that's when you can get your mount. Until then, we're stuck on foot. It just shows how over-leveled I am at the moment, which is good. I've currently got the necklace from pre-ordering Dawn Trail. And I'm deliberately on a server that's got a low population, so I get an experience boost that way as well. So it should make sure we're never under-leveled for any of the quests. You're Brendan Fraser, I take it. Thanks for helping us out, friend. No doubt the Bow Lord has already informed you, but your task is to enter the Deep Croft and purge it of the Lambs of Dalamud. In case you're unfamiliar with them, the cult emerged shortly before the Calamity put an end to the Sikh Shore era. Okay. The cultists took the lesser moon Dalamud for their god, believing that it would deliver them from devastation. And so they were rather disappointed when Dalamud exploded into 1,000 flaming pieces before it could complete its descent. Now, having seen their god turn to ash, one would think that the cultists might feel moved to question their faith. On the contrary, it seemed only to stoke the flames of their fanaticism. The Lambs of Dalamud are convinced that heretics, that is to say, everyone but them, interfered with the coming of their Lord and Saviour, and that it's now their sacred duty to avenge him. Whatever it is they're doing in the Deep Croft, you may be sure... I've completely lost my track there. You may be sure that no good would come of it. For the sake of Gridania and Eorzea at large, put an end to their madness. Yeah, as soon as you stop talking, I will go and do that. Oh yeah. Right. And to cut down on queue times, I'm going to be doing this with NPCs. That's the nice thing with this. I think they've... When I first played this, they hadn't rolled it out to these earlier dungeons. But I think they've done so now. Where you can play through with NPCs that build the tank, healer, and DPS roles. They make up for whatever you're missing. It's quite nice. I'm absolutely not concerned right now. After you. Slide cast on, throw myself over here. I much prefer being at the back. Oh, what did I hit? Doing it again. Oh, it's just telling me off and mashing my keys too much. Oh, I'm not particularly going to be trying very hard at the combat either. Overleveled, I feel rather unincentivized to try very hard, I'll be honest. Although I am probably going to have to do better later on. For now, I am rather content. Just spam ruin. So you're drinking beer after all. Maybe I should hit the energy drinks instead of the beer. And I believe after this, you get sent off to do another dungeon. So there's 3 back-to-back. Next one's going to be in Uldar, if I am not mistaken. No, I don't want loot. I'll ignore the other room. You're wasting the timer. I knew I shouldn't have used it so early. Everything here's so underpowered, it all dies too quickly. Throw a ruby ruin out there. That's more like it. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna play this for today. Pardon me, I've got a hiccup. So I'm pretty close to finishing my my Elden Ring playthrough, so I think I'm gonna go and take care of that. Also, I'll be honest, there's people home, and doing the awful voices for what is, to be honest, quite awful dialogue in this game is a bit embarrassing. Yeah, I'm streaming it. At least you've got context for... I can't wait until we get to Heaven's Ward. This game just improves so much. So much. Just rather unfortunate that around Reborn is quite bland. The plot's got promise, that the pacing is very, very slow. The dialogue's not so great. I don't think the direction for the voice actors is particularly brilliant. I'm not going to poo-poo on the voice actors because I know quite a few of the guys from Crit Role. If you're aware what Critical Role is, a few of those guys voice characters in this, and I know they're more than capable. I've heard them in other games, but for some reason in this, although I have noticed with Final Fantasy in general, actually a lot of Japanese titles are a bit apprehensive about putting all the work and the cost into their Western releases until, you know, obviously I don't think they were expecting this to take off as much in the West, and then it did, and then they were like, okay, we kind of need to change tack a little bit. I think Sam Riegel is the voice of Alphino in A Realm Reborn. And he was in Tales of Vesperia. He voiced Flynn. I really liked Flynn. He was a good character. He was a good person, not just he was a good character. He's one of those goody two-shoes. I believe the main character in that game was voiced by Nolan North before he became a big deal. Did he voice Joel in oh, what's it called? The Last of Us. It seems taking a fair while to die. But it's still no threat. Nearly done. I think, yeah, I'll clear this dungeon. I'll go and clear the dungeon afterwards. And then I'll see about wrapping today and jumping onto Elden Ring. Well, I might persist. It really depends, because I might be level 30 by then, in which case I'd want to go through and do all of my class quests. I've deliberately been putting them off. I was going to do them all in one go once I reach level 30. But then I've got a Chocobo quest to go and get. Then there's the second part of that, where he becomes a combat minion as well. I wonder if it's worth making it a healer. I don't think so. I'm a DPS, so I can maybe do with either a healer or a tank, but I think I'll focus it on damage. It's a very weak heal, but I can heal myself. Too long, I'm gonna be progressively getting more and more drunk. which I wouldn't mind, but it'd be nice to have someone in the chat that I could speak to. The playthrough of this doesn't seem to get very much viewing. There's at least with Elden Ring. It does attract someone. No one really seems to want to watch Final Fantasy XIV. At least the Realm Reborn. Can't say I blame them. I love this game to bits, but my god. A Realm Reborn is it's something else. I must have done this dungeon hundreds of times. Oh. Got to cast my spell. Maybe the dungeons are very exciting to watch either. At least the trials are gonna be a bit interesting. Mena Groundsman. Oh, they're all dead. See? It already feels like I've had a little bit too much to drink. Wonder maybe if it's worth me doing my class quests upstream, and then like a new game plus them later on, like one chapter altogether. But if I was gonna do that, I could just new game plus this all from my main character. I wanted part of the fun to be building him from the ground up again. I was waiting for you. Why didn't I go for the orb on the other side? I've just given myself more walking to do. I'm gonna grab a beer from the fridge. Alright, let's do this. Oh, I should open my beer first, surely. Oh, yes. Daddy's come to save the world. If I remember, this thing gets invincible. Yeah, and I have to kill these imps. It's something like that. I'm not gonna remember. Oh. I'm not gonna remember. Anytime I've come through and done this recently, I was really over leveled for it. I may as well keep these things off my homie. Bye, Mr. Destroyer. Not gonna be destroying anything now, are you? I think that means I'm level 30. Should we go become a summoner? It's gonna be quite a lot of quests though, I think. I don't want the loot. I've got plenty good enough gear right now. There's nothing in it for me. Welcome back, Brendan. I'm reliably informed that your foray into the Deepcroft was a success. Yes, it was. Nor did I expect anything less. Badaron's ringing endorsement left me in little doubt as to your capabilities. Even so, you are to be commended. Lord Lewin asked me to pass on his thanks. I must say it's something of a relief to be able to call upon such a capable adventurer. Pay me. Sadly, death has become an ever more common occurrence within our fraternity of late. Times being what they are, the guild is constantly inundated with petitions and we are hard-pressed to find enough hands to deal with them all. While this means no shortage of work for able souls such as yourself, it also provides ample opportunity for the inexperienced to overreach themselves, with predictable consequences. As if to illustrate the point. Oh. Avir's gone and it's all your fault. If it hadn't taken you an age to heal him, he would still be alive. But I tried. He belted out of range before I could finish the spell. Yeah, I know that feeling, being a healer. He shouldn't have been so hard-pressed in the first place. We should have done more to lighten his burden. The hell's with this pathetic excuse for a party? I'm leaving, and it'll be too soon if I never see your faces again. Goodbye, and good riddance. I'm leaving as well. I doubt this comes as any surprise, but I never liked you. I only suffered you for your healing, but you couldn't even do that one thing right. Cruel I sinned. You brought this upon yourself. Oh, by way of some parting advice, get rid of Haver's head. Bury it, cremate it, do whatever the hell you like with, but for God's sake, stop carrying it around. It's just get rid of it, right? Oh, God. Just get rid of it, alright? Wait, don't leave me alone, please. I'm so sorry, Haver. Please forgive me. Yo, no worries. I'll be your Haver. A very. Scenes like this have become all too common. That makes a dozen times in half as many days. Now you see why I'm grateful for the adventures of your experience. I can send men like you on a mission without worrying that you might not return. Well, not so much at any rate. Speaking of missions, I would entrust you with another. About a bell ago, I received a message from my counterpart in Uldar. She seeks the services of a reliable adventurer, and you are nothing if not reliable. If you think you might be interested in this task, say the word, and I will be glad to share the details with you. Does it pay? You need to pay me for my last job. Thank you. That's experience, that's not pay. Pay me. So, you're not adverse to taking a little trip? Wonderful. As I mentioned earlier, the request comes to us from the Adventurers Guild in Uldar. Once you arrive, seek out Momodi, the proprietress of the Quicksand. Think of her as the Sultanate's version of myself. Chances are she'll send you into the midst of danger, but I have every confidence that you will pull through unscathed. Now, off you go, Brendan, and good luck. Cool. I should probably use up those Aetheryte tickets. Might give me something of a break. Oh, is this the night music in Uldar? I love it. Oh, I forgot there's a side door. Welcome to the Quicksand, friend. I'm a tad busy right now, if you wouldn't mind showing yourself to... Judging by your determined expression, I take it you ain't here for ale. Are you called Brendan Fraser by any chance? Mune sent word you'd be reporting for duty. He's also made a point of calling you the adventurer at the moment. That ain't no small praise coming from her. But you didn't come all the way here to listen to my prattle. Doubtless you're eager to get started, so let's talk business, shall we? Oh, I can't keep that voice going. Oh, it's a man. I'm keeping the voice. No, it is a woman. The petitioner ought to be arriving any moment now. Papa Shan. God almighty. Another second under that sun and I would have been set afire. Thank you the bell if you'd be so kind. Excellent timing, Papa Shan. It just so happens the adventurer who'll be handling your petition is here. So this strapping young lad is the much-lauded adventurer, is he? Marvellous, marvellous. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, good sir. I'm Papa Shan, formerly at the Sultan's Sworn. I thank you for agreeing to lend us your aid. This accent's going all over the place. Mayhap you'd like to appraise Brendan of his mission? Yes, of course. The petition in question was submitted by an acquaintance of mine at oh my god. Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern. It relates to an unfortunate development at Copperbell Mines. To be plain, giants have seized control of the place. These giants are the clan known as the... oh god. Hecatoncheires? Fearsome creatures who were sealed within the deepest depths of the mines during the bygone Thorn Dynasty. Alas, it seems they managed to break through the layer of rock which served to imprison them, and now prowl the tunnels where the miners ply their trade. The creatures are justifiably angry about their treatment at the hands of our ancestors, and their presence has forced the suspension of all mining activities on the site. It's no wonder they're angry. Didn't the Thorn Dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago? We kept them locked up a long time. You know your history well, my lady. Well, people of that age used the Hecatoncheires to work their mines. By way of enchanted helms, they were able to ban the ferocious creatures to their will. But as is often the way in such tales, these enchantments eventually failed. And the slave... I've turned into Ringo Starr now. Boop, boop. And the slaves rose up against their masters. In a desperate bid to contain the unbridled fury of the Hecatoncheires, our ancestors introduced the collapse of the mine's lowermost levels. So it was that the great giant revolt was ended, said Thomas. Right, let's go back to where we were. Buried beneath 100,000 tons of rock. No, I'm stuck with that now. I can't change it. Well now, that's got me thinking. I seem to recall there being an article about Copperbell in the Mithril Isle a fortnight or so ago. No, that's not the voice I was doing. It said the mines were being reopened so as to meet the rising demand for building materials. Like as not, our boys dug a bit too deep and freed the giants. Gods, to think the poor creatures are still alive and kicking after 3 centuries. That's a long time to nurse a grudge. They must be seething. Indeed, and that makes them a danger to us all. There'll be no mining at Copperbell so long as they remain. For the sake of both peace and prosperity, they must be subdued. This is the task which we would have you undertake. I'll not deny that the mission will be rife for danger, but our need is great, and so I beg you, put an end to this sorry business. Yeah, no worries, man. Point me the way. God bless you. I feared you might have reservations, but I assure you it's for the best. In case you don't know, Copperbell mines are in western Thanalan. Do take care, you hear? Oh, and one last thing before you depart. An employee of Amagina and Sons is presently at the quicksand. The fellow's name is Painted Mesa, and he knows Copperbell mines well. It may behoove you to seek his counsel. Right. That voice does not suit that small man. Well, this guy. Looking for Painted Mesa. You found him. It's the only adventurer who's volunteered to deal with a mess down in Copperbell, are you? You've got guts, mate. I just hope you've got skills to go with them, 'cause things ain't pretty down there. The Hecatoncheers left the place in a riot state, and nearly a week after mining resumed. I don't know if you know this, but Copperbell was old when the second old dynasty was still young, and it was abandoned centuries ago. If it hadn't been for the shortage of materials needed for the rebuilding effort, the concern would never have thought to reopen it. I've turned him into an Elcor. This one is glad to make your acquaintance. We knew full well about the giants beforehand, but the project went ahead anyway. I mean, nothing could possibly survive being buried under a mountain's worth of rock for 3 centuries, right? Wrong. Our miners dug up more than they bargained for. One swing of the pickaxe too many, and they found themselves in the company of giants. Unless we can subdue them, the nation's glorious recovery will grind to a halt for want of aught to build with. The stone torch is keeping watch over the entrance in case the giants fancy some sunlight and fresh air. One of them will be able to show you the way in. The hope of the nation's resting on your friend. Best of luck. Alright, let's go. Too many voices. I'm not going to be able to keep track of them all.
Hey, I'll have him talking like he's from Liverpool next time I come back. Come back from Copperbell, have you? You killed them giants, yeah?
Hey, let's go kill some giants, man! You know what? I'm gonna wrap after this dungeon and go and do me some Elden Ring. There's been an incident inside Copperbell Mines. We're here to ensure that its effects are contained, but for your own safety, I'll suggest you stay well away from here. What? You're the adventurer who's volunteered to quell the Hecatoncheers? Is that a ch or a k? I didn't think Papa Sham would be able to find someone so quickly, if at all. The giants are content to wreak havoc inside the mines for now, but it's only a matter of time before they think to come outside. The sooner you see to them, the better. Make ready as best you can and enter at will. Alright, I'll enter right now. Now, I might get lost inside this dungeon, because if I recall, there's either a couple of puzzle to open the way. There's something specific that has to be done for one of the bosses. And I've barely run this dungeon. I absolutely hate it. So you might as well consider I'm going into this blind. I'm not, but I very almost am. I think one of my keys stopped working. Oh no, I'm back. Let's try it properly. Ain't this a blast? Yeah, this is it. There's gimmicks to progressing through here. Oh no. There it is. I've lost my vape. Found it though. Bleeding, see what I'm doing. Blimey. No. This doesn't quite seem right. There's gonna be keys and stuff hidden around probably, so it's likely I am gonna want to explore. Rude. Kool-Aid man in his way through the wall. Bad behavior. Oh, you activate some abilities with a mouse, so what? I've been an MMO purist. Especially if I'm healing, I tend to have my heals over here on the left. Right next to the names, you can just flick between them when people need healing and stuff. It works out fine. I've done that since I used to play the Old Republic and I was a healer in that. I was a good healer in the Old Republic. Someone got to burst through one of these walls? No? Look at that. I don't know what to do here, but I can guess. Did I put it in there? Yeah. Yeah, well, I put it in there then. 12. Oh, wait, you're telling me I don't have 12? 6. Okay, so there's another one somewhere. I told you there was a gimmick here. Can't be much. No, it can't be all the way back there, surely. No, this doesn't seem right. I'd be able to see it. I hate these gimmicks like this. I know there's one that's so much worse coming. There's another dungeon that's so much worse for this. Oh, it's up here. Only just the first boss. Alright, tank, go on then. What are you waiting for? I'm going to be spending a lot of time face down on the floor dead when it gets to actual hard group content. Oops. I think when I go to my Elden Ring playthrough in a bit, I might finish up today. I did already have a couple of attempts at the final boss the other day. I've done a bit of leveling since because I've explored some more areas since then. I'm ready to head to the bottom of the Halig tree. I've got a boss waiting for me in Moog's Palace. Got a bit of Moog. Ah, got the Halig Tree boss. There's the 2 final bosses I need to get through. And I've just remembered that there's a boss in the Albinoric village which I couldn't beat at the time. And I forgot to go back and clear. So I think I'll be doing that as well. I want loot. Yeah, fire sand, that's what I want. Is this one also 12? You're gonna tell me it's 18 and I've got to run off and find more. No, that's good. Yeah, I think I remember there being a gimmick to this boss, but... Well, most bosses have a gimmick. It's an MMO. Help if I actually hit the right hotkey, wouldn't it? I thought I'd pick Summoner. It seemed the most simple one to take across on a low effort solo run. Get back here. Don't you dare move out of range. Are you trying to survive? Oh, we've leveled up again. I hate this dungeon so much. I'm actually wrapping this after this dungeon and jumping over to Elden Ring. I've got a load of late game bosses to get through. Oh, don't... Aww. It's the problem with playing with NPCs. I'm trying to sneak past stuff and they're just like, hey, let's go over there and hit that thing. Yeah, I know you're gonna pull everything. At least there's only one boss left in here, I think. Yeah. Gyges the Great. Ignore them. Don't pull them. Ah. I didn't want to wait for the queue time, so... Can you leave my Brendan Fraser alone? I'm having to finish off all that beer I bought the other day when you were here. Not that I'm complaining. I just finished work, I could do with a beer. Ow, that hurt. Maybe I should move out the way. No, don't want no treasure. The end. There we go, I see the boss room. Hooray. I'm not trying to voice a giant. Slaves no more. Free. Free. Yes. Free. We're free. Slaves no more. Dude, they've been dead 300 years. Chill out. That's a new one. Whoops. Wait, you leave my John Smith's extra smooth alone. Come on, be fair. As far as beer goes, it's pretty decent. Not tasting like fermented earwax. Another level up. 32, and I think this is a level 20 dungeon. Something like that. Shall I go hand this quest in? Painted Mesa. About to get into the meat and two veg of the game. Yes, meat and two veg. Hmm. When the dialogue's gonna get even longer. What's that guy called? Daddy what? I have to know. Daddy Ray Ray. Hi. is he hiding? Oh no. Yeah, I'm definitely coming back to this. Right, Elden Ring time. Yeesh.